Down that road, down that road, down that road again. Facing all these adversities, trying to get my life on track, praying that it'll
Man, I got my hands in quite a few things, man. First and foremost, man, I want to give a shout out to, the boys up there in Queens, New York, man. Wayne Whiteside, man. Shout out to Ingate, man. Zodiac Fish Grease, industry director, man. Shout out to the Poindexters. Some very, very talented, seasoned singers, songwriters. You know what I mean? Been in the game 40 years, man. I got a project with them. A new single coming out, man, called Brick by Brick, written by Miss Jackie Poindexter. Another single written by myself, Brian J. Morris, and Shanae Johnson, a young lady out of Queens, New York, man, called Do Something Together. Followed with a video, man, very, very nice video shot in Jam Master J's studio and a few other places, you know what I mean? Got that going on, man. I got another, little thing going on, down in Miami, man. It's in the works, I ain't gonna speak too much about that, but it's major, Down that road again, my new single, man, about to drop in a few weeks, man. Follow with the video, a lot of heavy marketing and promoting, man, you know what I mean? And, it's a grind, man, you know what I mean? We trying to get it, man, you know what I mean? And, working with my man, Karanju Moody, you know what I mean? Up here in ATL, as you can see, man, we in the hood, man. You know what I mean? This how we do, And big things popping, man. Stay tuned, man. Real talk. It all started back in 1984. I was born. God created me in my mother's womb. She was raped. That's how I was conceived at the age of 12. And throughout life, man, it's been real hard. Been a struggle, But I've always, had a relationship with God, even as a child. I knew that there was a higher power, from going through molestation, throughout my teenage years on up through my early 20s, the cocaine, the robbing, the weed, the alcohol, the girls, the, clubs, and, just that street life, grew up in the dope house, but my early teenage years on up through my later ones, through my early 20s, I became a R&B artist, formerly known as J Soul. Did a lot of great things, even though I was in a world of sin, I couldn't understand why I hadn't made it yet. I knew I could sing. I was meeting with, R. Kelly, Trick Daddy, opened up for Young Dro, all this stuff I have on YouTube, but I couldn't understand, and God, He helped me to understand that's not the route I want you to go. So a transformation began to take place, which is the name of my new CD that'll be dropping later this summer. EP coming soon, early this summer or late spring. Down That Road Again, which is my first single I'll be dropping. Be on the lookout for that. And I just, I understood my purpose as time went on, broken relationships with females, being hurt. It caused me to really write some really good music, but I didn't glorify God in that music. So it wasn't prospering like it should. So then when I began to write about real life situations and tell about how God saved and delivered me, then people begin to feel my pain and my struggle, So I thank God for that, You can just kind of look at me like a superhero sent by God to bring inspiration and hope to a lost generation, a dying generation, And I have to do it. So a lot of souls are being lost, and they need to know there's a way out. And I know the way out because I've been there, I remember God blessing me in a mighty way, man. I was in New York for a few months working on my project, and this white guy came and sat next to me. And God spoke to me and told me he was going to help you. And I'm looking at the white man. I'm like, what? I don't even want to say nothing to this dude because he looked like a wealthy man, you know. So it just so happened he bumped me. He ended up bumping me because I wasn't going to say nothing. God was like, I told you, he's going to help you. Speak to him, man. I, being hard-headed, I'm like, nah, man. This dude look like he don't even want to talk to me, or black people, period. Just me being stereotypical. So he bumped me, said, excuse me, sir, I didn't mean to bump you, I didn't mean to touch you. I was like, well, you good, sir. I was going to actually ask you, are you affiliated with music of any sort? He was like, why do you ask? I said, I'm a professional recording artist. He said, what type of music do you do? I said, country, pop, rock, pretty much everything. I'm gifted in all areas, all genres, and he was like, well, that's interesting. That's an interesting combination. I said, I come up with a lot of things off the dome, and he was like, oh, wow, really? He said, well, my girlfriend's name is Magdalene. Can you come up with a song for her name? I said, yeah, no problem. So I went to snapping, bobbing my head, and all of a sudden, I said, a few years ago I had a friend, and her name was Magdalene. Should've known her, but I got her then. Had her then, but I got her now. I don't exactly remember, but it was something like that. And he was blown away. He was like, oh my God, you came up with that off the top of your head? I was like, yes, sir. So he was like, I tell you what, man, you have a beautiful voice. You're very talented. My best friend is CeeLo Green's lawyer. He said, what I'm going to do is, he said, I'm going to give you my card. My cell number and my email is on there. I want you to send me your stuff, and I'm going to make sure CeeLo Green gets it personally. And I was like, wow, man, God is so good. And he did that throughout my life, just to kind of show me I got you. I just need you to get where I need you to be. I got you. Your fate, your destiny is in my hand. I've called you to greatness, So I thank God for that. I thank God for this movement, and it's going to be a beautiful thing, man. What he's doing is miraculous, in my life, and I just give God the glory. Thank you.
I'm just saying. Give him all the praise, give him all the honor. I'm just saying, what if? I'm just saying, what